grabs The Rock. Cody trying to wear down The Rock with the crossroads, but the complexion of this match changes real quick. Has just beaten Cody Rhodes to this dismay of the WWE Universe. And as The Rock celebrates dethroning Cody Rhodes and becoming the new undisputed Universal Champion, it's an end of an era of Cody Rhodes as the champion and a sad way to go out.
If you smell what The Rock is cooking.
It's the Monday Night Raw after WrestleMania 41, where The Rock has proudly beaten Cody Rhodes to become the new undisputed Universal Heavyweight Champion. But as he makes his way to the ring, what does he have to say? It's a new year, a new season for the final boss, and he is gonna destroy the rest of the roster here because nobody is any match for me. And for that chump stain Cody Rhodes, you really outdid yourself, boy, but it was not enough for the great one. I am too superior to this business and this industry for you to comprehend it. You had no chance. Literally, I'll give you a 1 out of 99% chance of beating the final boss. But it's okay, boy, because you'll get another chance later on down the road after everybody gets their opportunities. And anyone who Solo Sikoa enters the ring, but what does he have to say to the final boss? And he says, Rock, I don't want to come out here and do you like this because I know we have a history and we're cool now, but I helped you win that Undisputed Universal Heavyweight Championship. And I think, nevertheless, I deserve one title shot at least one time. And The Rock says, no problem, Solo. It will be a battle of respect because I don't have respect for Cody Rhodes. And nah. He thinks he's going to get this championship back. But that's not how it goes down with the final boss. It's on my time because I'm the champion. And there's no handouts, no little handouts for you or Cody. But we're cool. And Solo agrees because as he exits the ring, he gives The Rock a nod and he will walk out of the arena. But before he leaves, he will turn around and show off one more time for the crowd before disappearing for the rest of the night, as you would assume. But as he gets backstage, he will run into Cody Rhodes, who confronts him and says, you messed up big time, Solo. You better not try to interfere in any other my title matches because I'm coming after The Rock and I'm getting my Undisputed Universal Heavyweight Championship back. And I'm going to be back in business once again, holding the championship, defending it every week, and being the most fighting champion. Cody, enough. I'm tired of this nonsense. If you want to get to The Rock, you're going to have to go through me. And we'll see if you'll be able to do that. Cody's concerned, but out of nowhere, he doesn't have time to process it because he's dropped by Fatu. Fatu came out of nowhere dropping Cody Rhodes, and you can see this was a part of Sikoa's plan to drop Cody Rhodes and lay him out. And it seems like Cody and Sikoa are gonna go one-on-one eventually, but right now Fatu delivered that moonsault and he's showing off in front of Cody. And this isn't the only beatdown, because as later on, when Cody's recovered, he will get a attacked by Sikoa, with him just repeatedly stabbing the Samoan spike on the throat and the gullet of Cody Rhodes. And Sikoa was fired up. He is making this a plan to take out Cody Rhodes before their match. And as Sikoa stares at Cody Rhodes' lifeless, beat-up body, he will walk away and their match awaits. As Solo makes it to the ring, Cody Rhodes is nowhere in sight, and Solo is happy about this. He says, Cody was too beaten to even show up for our one-on-one match, so automatically, you're a winner, but via forfeit, Solo Sikoa. So you hear that, ref? I want you to go ahead and honor me and raise my hand in the air, because Cody is not going to show up. It's the American Nightmare, Cody Rhodes, and he starts sprinting down to the ring. And as he slides in, he goes right after Sikoa, taking him down and just delivering those mounted punches, putting a beat down on the tribal chief, Solo Sikoa. And as Cody would nail also that bionic elbow to drop Sikoa, the tables would turn quickly as Sikoa would nail a Samoan spike on Cody Rhodes, dropping the American Nightmare. It was too much for Cody to bear, and Sikoa says, Cody, you really thought you could beat me up? You really thought you could take out the tribal chief? No, that's not how it works. Me and you will have a final showdown, and it's coming soon. And as Solo is fired up, he will leave Cody left in the ring for another big surprise.
If you smell what The Rock is cooking.
It's the final boss, and he starts marching down to the ring to meet Cody Rhodes there. Cody Rhodes is already the victim of a Samoan spike, and now The Rock just gonna pick the bones, but Cody still tries to fight. He goes right after The Rock, but The Rock is just too much for Cody to bear, and he nails a rock bottom to the American Nightmare, who's already bandaged up and who's the victim of a Samoan spike. And he says, Cody, boy, nothing's gonna get any better until you change your ways. You really think you could take The Rock's championship? You think you could get it back? No, it's The Rock's. It will stay The Rock's forever. And so, that's what I'm trying to tell you, boy. And then voices in my head, they counsel me, they understand, they talk to me. It's the Viper, Randy Orton. He's back after The Rock took him out before WrestleMania 41 as he replaced him to face Cody Rhodes for the Undisputed Universal Heavyweight Championship. Orton's back and he stares down The Rock. The final boss cannot believe it. He looks like he's seen a ghost as he stares back at Orton as well. And as The Rock is distracted, he's quickly caught off guard. Three crossroads that drops the final boss. Cody stands tall this time because of Randy Orton. And as Cody stares at Orton and Orton stares at Cody, Cody says, I'm glad you're back, Randy, and thank you for the help. I'll be looking to see you around. And Randy Orton replies and says, no problem, Cody. You know I always got your back. And this infuriates the Bloodline, who's Jacob Fatu is ordered by Solo Sikoa to take out Randy Orton, and that's exactly what he does. He nails that Impaler DDT, dropping the Viper backstage, and Orton was laid out again. But will Orton be out for days this time? Because Fatu stands tall, and he says, I have to, because all orders of Solo Sikoa, because like I've said a million times, I love you, Solo. And with Backlash right around the corner, Cody wants to face any member of the Bloodline he can at Backlash. And as he's out on Friday Night SmackDown in the ring, he doesn't even get to talk because he's quickly interrupted. Cody, I wanted to talk to you, man. I know OTC ain't around right now. But Solo should have been stopped after Roman beat him at WrestleMania 41. Remember, Uce? You remember Roman destroyed Solo, but he didn't care about the Ulafala. He nailed that spear to beat Solo and pick up the win, but he left the Ulafala to Solo Sikoa because he didn't care about it anymore. But maybe he should have cared about it because that would be the only way to stop Solo. And Cody says, I admire you coming out here, Jimmy, but I need to handle Solo. And I'm not sure if you can... Look at you pathetic losers in the ring. Dummy 1 and Dummy 2. You both are really trying to take down my bloodline, and now you want to team up? Hey, I got a bright idea for the both of you idiots. How about you team together and take on me and my bloodline at Backlash in the 2-on-2 tag match? And Jimmy says, we accept. And once you be beating Solo this time, this will be the end of your bloodline saga, and things will go back to the way they were, for sure. Jimmy, you really want to talk about the way things were? Well, get over it, buddy. It's a new age in time, and a new bloodline in time. But now, as we finally get to Backlash, it's Solo and Cody starting off in this tag team match. Solo Sikoa and Jacob Fatu versus Cody Rhodes and Jimmy Uso here on Backlash. And as Cody will send Solo to the outside, Solo will hang on the apron, and Cody will try to deliver a strike, but Sikoa would counter and make his way back to the ring, and a chop right to the throat of the American Nightmare. And as Solo was in control for now, he would plant Cody face first, and as Jimmy and Fatu both look on, eventually Cody would take down Fatu, but this distraction allows Solo Sikoa to nail Cody in the back with an axe handle, and as Cody will make it back to his feet, Solo would go for a Samoan spike, but Cody expected it and counters with an elbow, and he takes down Solo, and he runs and finally makes the tag to Jimmy Uso, and Big Brother Jimmy is in the match, and he delivers that forearm to Sikoa. Jimmy putting the punishment to his younger brother Solo Sikoa, and as he would pick him back up to his feet, he would send him to the ropes and deliver that pop-up Samoan drop, planting Sikoa on the mat to try to pick up the win. But no, Solo was still in this match, and Jimmy could not believe it. He was undoubtedly getting frustrated with all this attention going on in the ring. Fatu sneaks up behind Cody and takes him off the apron, and he follows it up with that impaler DDT, planting Cody Rhodes down. Fatu is fired up, and he's just disposed of the American Nightmare, and Jimmy gets distracted because now Sikoa from behind nails a jumping headbutt, dropping Big Jim to the mat, and as Solo drags Jimmy to the center, this might all be over as he lifts him up and nails that repeated Samoan spikes, just stabbing him into the throat of his big brother, and to pick up the win. But as Fatu looks on, you can see he's a little upset at the realization that he never got tagged in the entire match. And the next week on Friday Night SmackDown, Orton would nail an RKO to Tama Tonga, and Cody Rhodes would deliver the trifecta of Crossroads to Tongaloa for them to pick up another victory and tag team action here this night on Friday Night SmackDown. But as Randy and Cody would celebrate this victory, it's a huge excitement for the fans as they rallied and get more hyped up for the upcoming pay-per-views. But who's getting more and more furious is Solo Sikoa. I'm just so sick of the bloodline not doing anything. I'm just so sick of everything. We will handle them once and for all, and it will be extraordinary. Jacob, next week on Friday Night SmackDown, you will have a one-on-one match with that chump, Cody Rhodes, and make sure to terminate him for good. And if things go south, you know there's always a plan B. as Jacob Fatu showcasing his skills in his one-on-one match with Cody. It wouldn't last long because Cody would turn it around with that disastrous kick, and it would all turn the tables, allowing Cody to nail a crossroads, but it's quickly stopped by Solo Sikoa, who nails a Samoan spike out of nowhere. I guess this was Solo's plan B to attack Cody. Yeah, son. You weren't ready for that one. You weren't ready for that one, boy. Yeah, that was my plan B right there. That Samoan spike, take you out, one shot, you're done. Now, Jacob, handle it. And as Solo is chanting and yelling, Jacob would nail that moonsault from the top, and Fatu was fired up. And Solo and Fatu would stand tall over Cody, but then they would just walk outside of the ring. This is far from over between these rivals, this heated battle, this heated war. Hey, Cody, see you at the big leagues, kid. And Cody doesn't seem amused at all as he says, no, I'll see you there. And as Cody and Solo would go back and forth with this battle, with Cody picking up the win at Money in the Bank, and Solo delivering those stabbing Samoan spikes to pick up the win at Clash at the Castle, it would all come to a final showdown at Royal Rumble, with Cody eliminating stars like the likes of Balor, Dirty Dominic Mysterio, who was really hoping to go to WrestleMania and get a world title around his waist, and even Carlito, who's tossed out by Cody Rhodes, and he's fired up, but he doesn't realize the final showdown is awaiting behind him. You ready to do this, Cody? To end this for good? Oh, but Cody doesn't let Solo say anything as he runs right at him and knocks him down with the forearms and continuing the combo. And he would nail that bionic elbow, not giving Solo any time. And he picks him up and nails one crossroads, a second crossroads. Cody has had enough of this Bloodline saga as he delivers the trifecta. And he picks up Solo and eliminates him. Cody wins the Royal Rumble as he's excited and celebrated on the top rope, or so he thought. He won the Royal Rumble.
If you smell what The Rock is cooking.
Final boss, The Rock is back, and he enters the Royal Rumble, but Cody tries to nail a crossroads, but the final boss counters, and he's a fresh final boss coming back, delivering that rock bottom. The Rock is fresh. Cody has competed in this match for a very long time, but The Rock is fresh, and he nails the people's elbow to follow it up on the American Nightmare, and The Rock himself tosses out Cody Rhodes and ensures that he's not going to WrestleMania. The final boss picks up the win and wins the Royal Rumble. It's a major upset for Cody and the crowd to see The Rock ensure that Cody doesn't go to WrestleMania. But what The Rock doesn't know is somebody else is WrestleMania ready, and they're coming for his championship. Because as The Rock doesn't know, there's an interested onlooker who wants his championship, and he finds out quickly exactly who it is. Rock, we've been through it all. Actually, I ain't even gonna call you Rock. Dwayne, my cousin. We've been through it all with each other, family and blood, but it comes to an end. I didn't care about the Ula Fala, but I do care about getting back what I rightfully deserve, and that's my championship. So I will see you when I see you, and I want to match with you one-on-one at WrestleMania 42. And this is very interesting, as Nick Aldis would announce, as Roman Reigns wants to face The Rock at WrestleMania 42, I will grant him his match only if he wins a gala match against 4 of the superstars on Friday Night SmackDown. But this is quickly interrupted by the final boss, who enters the office storming in, and he says, No. That's not just how it's gonna go down. This is bull. This is not how The Rock runs things. It's only final if the final boss says it's final. And I will only accept this if he's first in that gala match. And Nick Aldis says, I guess we could do that, Rocky. He could be the first one in the gala match, and he faces all 4 of the superstars. But you do know if he wins, then he'll be I know if he wins. I just want him to be first in the match. So make it official. Do your job, okay? And when The Rock tells you to do something, you have to do it because he's your boss. So Roman Reigns only faces me at WrestleMania 42 if he takes on 4 hand-picked opponents of mine. The Rock makes himself crystal clear. And with that being said, Roman Reigns' first opponent in the Gauntlet match is revealed. Reigns would start off hot with a big boot to Gable, and as Gable would get back to his feet, he nails a second big boot, and Reigns was in control for the matter of this match as he would pick up Gable, lifting him high above his shoulders and nailing him with a power bomb, planting Gable to the canvas. And now, as Reigns would have Gable in the corner, he would deliver those clotheslines combination from classic Reigns, and he would nail the last clothesline. And as Gable would climb up on the ropes, using it for support, Reigns would try to nail a strike, but Gable will counter with an elbow and nail a rolling kick to the Tribal Chief. And as Reigns and Gable are going at it, Gable will plant Reigns down on the mat, and he will pick him up and put him in the corner, punching him and slanging at Reigns. And now he will stomp away at Reigns in the corner. And as Gable will use his momentum, he will go up to the top and try to nail a diving headbutt, but he would miss as Reigns will move out of the way. And as Reigns will wait for Gable to make it back to his feet, he would nail that jumping clothesline to take down Gable. And Gable eventually will come back though, nailing a German suplex, looking to end Roman Reigns early in this Gauntlet match, but no, Reigns would kick out. It would not be enough to keep down Roman Reigns. And as Reigns would get on the apron, Gable would try to use this to his advantage and try to nail a strike, but Reigns would counter and get back in the ring and deliver a right hand and a chop, and then following up with a Superman punch, taking down Gable. It was all over. Reigns had Gable in his sights, and as Reigns would nail the spear, he would eliminate his first Gauntlet match opponent. And as Reigns would continue to bully through his future opponents, which is Dominic Mysterio and Finn Balor, as he would beat both of them, toppling them down, Reigns will make it to the final part of this Gauntlet match, the 4th man, and it's clear who it is. It's Kevin Owens. The Rock knew what he was setting up and planning. Kevin Owens slides in quickly and nails that package pile driver to Reigns. Owens has been waiting for this moment to get his revenge. Is it enough? 2, but no. Reigns kicks out still of the package pile driver, and Owens can't believe it. He really thought it would be over if he nailed that package pile driver to Reigns, but he waits for Reigns to get up and he nails a super kick, and now he goes up to the top, not letting Reigns get a breather, and he nails a diving splash to Reigns. Is it enough to put him away? 1, 2, but no. Reigns still staying in it after all of that, and Owens now tries to send Reigns into the corner, but Reigns will counter, and he catches a Superman punch for his troubles, and he dodges a clothesline and nails a spear to Owens to pick up the win. Reigns is going to WrestleMania 42 to face the final boss, but his celebrations cut short, of course, by you-know-who.
If you smell what The Rock is cooking.
This is our time, Roman. This might be the biggest main event in WrestleMania history, and you're dealing it with the final boss. You're making a deal with the devil right now. The final boss doesn't play around when it comes to titles to defend and when it comes to titles to win. So, I hope you're ready. I know I'm ready because I've changed my ways. Jay, I'm sorry, Jimmy. I'm sorry, and Sammy. I'm sorry for it all I put you all through. Oh, come on, Roman. We all know that's bull. Yeah, you haven't changed one bit. You know that at your heart. And when the final boss finally exposes you for the fraud that you are at WrestleMania 42, I'm gonna say, what can I say except you're welcome? And now the brawl was on. The Rock and Reigns going at it one-on-one, throwing haymakers at each other. The brawl is started early before WrestleMania 42. And as The Rock would nail Reigns, he would nail that forearm to Reigns and then a rock bottom for Reigns' troubles. But quickly it stopped. Security will rush out to hold back Reigns and Rock from going any further. Yeah, this is what you wanted, Joseph. Come on, The Rock is ready. The Rock is ready for you. And as security is holding Reigns back, this doesn't stop the boiling tension between The Rock and Roman for WrestleMania 42. Reigns is ready for him to go one-on-one with the final boss, The Rock, for the Undisputed Universal Heavyweight Championship. These two are gonna tear the house down tonight. It starts off hot in this WrestleMania 42 match with Roman Reigns and The Rock battling it out, throwing haymakers at each other back and forth. And rather quickly, this match gets taken to the outside as Rock gets slammed face first onto the apron. And as Roman would get in control, as he would send The Rock into the steps, the final boss was really in trouble and he was struggling throughout this match. But eventually he would come back as this battle would go to the stage. Reigns and Rock have been brooding and holding in all this frustration to each other. They are just letting it all out, letting out all the steam. And as Rock would nail a power slam on stage, he was fired up and in control now. And as the final boss will continue on the offense, taking out the Tribal Chief, Roman Reigns sending him into the WrestleMania sign, the Titantron, and he would do it twice for good measure. And as Reigns is laid out, Rock will continue to beat down, punching away on the face of Roman Reigns. Both men quickly get the action back into the ring, and Rock will nail a spine buster, planting Reigns in the center of the ring. And now he was trying to look to nail a people's elbow, but Reigns will counter and roll him up too. But The Rock will stay in this match. Reigns was not gonna be able to put him away that easily, but he nails a neck breaker as The Rock makes it back to his feet, and Reigns will lock in the guillotine to try to wear down the final boss. Now the final boss was really struggling, but trying to fight. He was trying to fight Reigns, and he would eventually muster up the power to throw Reigns to the outside, just manhandling and tossing Reigns to the outside. And now the fight will get to the outside with the final boss as he clears off the announce table. He wants to end Reigns for good and retain the championship, and he will set Reigns on top of the table, pick him up, and nail a rock bottom. Crashing through the table goes Reigns and The Rock, and Rock quickly knows he has to get on the move fast, and he tosses Reigns back in too, but no, Reigns will still stay in it, and the final boss can't believe it. He immediately tries to nail a people's elbow to finish Reigns for good, but Reigns will move, and he catches Rock off guard with a spear cutting Rock in half. Is it enough to become the champ? Two, but Rock still stays in this match. Reigns cannot put him away that easily, and as both of these men are beaten and battered and hurt, they stand face to face, and Rock tries to go for a rock bottom, but Reigns will counter, and Reigns will beat him down until he's hanging on the ropes in a perfect familiar position, as Reigns will nail a drive-by kick to the face of the final boss, and he slides in. This could be Reigns' moment. He goes into the corner, waits for Rock to get back to his feet, charges it up, and nails a devastating spear once again. But he knows it's gonna take more than one. Reigns hurries to another corner and nails a second one for good measure. But Reigns knows it's gonna take more than two. And Reigns has to go to the last corner. And he says, I truly have changed, but you will never change. And Reigns once again charges it up for the final spear, cutting The Rock clean in half for Reigns to become the new undisputed Universal Heavyweight Champion. Once again, the dream for Reigns has been fulfilled. He's finally got his championship back. And he doesn't need the Ulafala or anything else. All he needed was this championship. And one interesting person comes out to celebrate with Reigns. Oh my gosh, Roman Reigns has just been attacked by Cody Rhodes in a crossroads to Reigns, and Cody following up with a second crossroads, and he's not done as he delivers a trifecta to Reigns. Cody has just dropped Reigns here on WrestleMania 42, and I guess it's true what they say, when one door closes, another opens.